After thwarting the essence almost effortlessly, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move, and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh, so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rice will cross my path and Tamitha's to cross again before long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Rookie? But Rookie does not seem to hear the question. He has been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go here in Black Basin, Reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? Oh, there's plenty to look at, but I don't think that's where we're going. We're going there. We've been Oris, we've been Milithe, or Milith. We've been in Jump. I can't even remember how that was pronounced. And that's where we started. But now, we're going this way. To Lu, the Vernal Star. The Glade of Lu, directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourselves. He waits us somewhere in the Waking Wood due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west, where he supposedly awaits. Pamitha. You approach Pamitha, who was kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as you preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling. In those first moments when we met, that vote of confidence in me which you relayed to that nice headwind boy. I'm grateful you were willing to see past these wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group and you just go with it? However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I have business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time. And we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. And besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Tamitha's moonshine. Kept close at hand in the off chance of a good occasion or a very bad one. Jadariel is not happy. Not happy. Edwin is the leader. Harp. Past. Talon. The fiercest squadron in the Highwing Remnants. Man, all this stuff is unknown. Not applicable for the imp. The little drive imp. Still so much to know. Everyone's astral sign is also unknown yet. The path of freedom beckons us on. Well, we don't have a lot of choices here. The wagon has hit a snag descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jadariel is not pleased. First, that blasted little bird. Now this. Though you lack Jadaria's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this Sandalwood be worth all the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He's very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes towards Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which the forked path is best. Another choice between the Glass Peak, which Pamitha says she can procure a talisman here, or Flamberg, and Sir Gilman says you could dig up something valuable. A brand new talisman sounds nicer than something to sell. Having gone the route Pamitha recommended, she directs you to a particular crag no more conspicuous than any other. They clip our wings before they cast us down, you know. But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamitha swoops up to a nearby peak and disappears behind it. She does not keep you waiting long and returns bearing an item of some sort. For you, reader darling, we Highwing remnants stash away such things for such occasions. Pamitha found you a fairy spirit. After Bear banishes an adversary, spawn a Moondrop, which briefly grants infinite stamina. I guess that symbol is based on the rank of the thing. It should come in useful. Having passed beyond the Black Crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of the Wakingwood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling. He ought to have met us here. You said he would find us himself. Aye, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide, as always. The rights beckon, and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The Lone Minister notes two possible paths forward from this point, though cautious that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Needlefield or Greymore? The Klein Sandalwood studied the rites here, and he once recited here. The grandest trees, or a small clearing. I think a small clearing seems nice. Sandalwood is a master in the rites, or used to be at least. Then, well, it is not my place to say. Doubtless he shall tell you in due time. Now, if only we could find him. He used to mentor his own companions in the rites, not far from here. However, you find no trace of the informant anywhere nearby, and without his guidance you remain quite lost in the woods. The woods seem to have encroached. There is no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route you took to this point. Okay. Ray seems drawn to this location for some reason. The imp Tizo seems to wish to go towards this location. Okay, Tizo, I'll trust you. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Jodariel. Greetings to you, lovely reader. I am at your disposal. Very well, Let us consider who among these idiots is worth my limitless time. Let's summon Jodariel. Should we give her a talisman? Why not that one? You ask Sandar to administer one of our special trials for Jodariel. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that is not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth, regardless. Soon, Jodariel appears in heed of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weaknesses perhaps outweigh your strength. Though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Moondrop! That's something. Got rid of all three of them. With some solid tackles. Okay, that's not so good though. Do I have any chance of stopping this at time? If I jump, maybe? There we go. Nice try. They were a little bit slow there. Well done, Jadariel. Okay, that tackle is strong. Oh, this is gonna be too late. Maybe not. Oh, she tricked me. It's fine, I just need one more tackle. What? Oh, she tackled first. She's immune when she tackles, I forgot. Come on, me. Can we not grab it? Do we jump? There we go. Damn it! Okay, well they're far away. Oh, unless she passes. Alright. I got her. There we go. Jadariel is strong, but so slow. I do like having her in the right, though. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? You received Solium's Horn for completing Jadariel's trial. She casts her aura farther and faster than usual. Looks alright. Let's equip it. It's specifically for her, after all. Could use some upgrades, though, if we next get some opportunities to do so. This little fairy thing is nice, though. Especially because it is usually Jadariel that banishes. At the moment, it'll pretty much have to go to Gilman or Tizo, because they're the only ones without any thing. I guess Grant Infinite Stamina means grants full stamina? I guess? Not bad. Not bad. You find nothing of interest while sifting through the tall brush of the underthicket. But then... What is it, Tizo? Skrakri! Tizo seems to have found a clue to the whereabouts of the lone minstrel's client. The little imp brings you a strip of bark. It does not seem unusual at first, until you notice a message carved onto the inside. A bark strip. Come to Cinderroot. So, it's some kind of message from the Sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? It is due northwest. Perhaps we could set forth early tomorrow, when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. Vocations! Mentor. Oh man, we can mentor multiple people now. Or no, sorry, not multiple, but we have many options. We can level up Tizo, or maybe get Pamitha some enlightenment. I really enjoyed her flying. I might want to use her more in rites. But we just got Jadariel and anything. I think it's better to do these things for the people who are a little bit far behind, which would be the two newbies. Let's do Pamitha. Fine then, let us chat together for a spell. Pamitha gains a somewhat stronger grasp of how to better pass the celestial orb through strength of will and trust in one's triumvirate rather than through dexterity alone. She nods in understanding. Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it. Mastery! Wings of the Matriarch, enhancing her swiftness and mobility, or Ways of the High Wing, enhancing her aggressive capabilities. After banishing, she moves faster. While casting, she can trigger an aura burst. If she's banished while the Winged Fury effect is active, which would be that one, I guess, she returns twice as quickly. Permanently for quickness, presence, and hope, an all-round superiority. While flying, she moves faster than usual. Okay, that sounds really good. She can use her dash ability in rapid succession and for less stamina. After saluting, she instantly switches places with her nearest ally. Permanently quickness. Speed. I like speed. You know that we can all feel your guidance when we have the orb, don't you, reader, darling? Nice. Let's go. To Cinderroot. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as your search through the area yields nothing. Then something startles the little Tizo. Skra! Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something, or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him, and leaps right into the figure's arm. They embrace. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished. Here. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Volfred Sandalwood. It has been too long, Volfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days? They do, sir. I think you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I am certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my boy, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You are welcome to continue with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all of this. Volfred intends to relieve you of your duties to the group. You have been assured your freedom. Categorically refused to be cast aside so easily. The leader of the Nightwings has returned. You can tell when you are no longer wanted. This cannot be happening. To have come this far and to be brushed aside by some strange sap. You stand your ground, meeting Volfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Hedwyn. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you, and also to this reader. Not just a reader, he's our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It is not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to go to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq. Aye, Wilfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Wilfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Sandalwood joined you. He knows much of the rites. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Wilfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Page revealed. The demon. And here he is. Sandalwood. As you approach Wilfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon, rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then... Tariq, if you have a moment. Aye, Wilfred, sir. What is it? This reader, you deem him worthy by your estimation. The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Wilfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed them. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? Skrahiki! Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. My praise is enough spoken by those two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, though you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Interesting. Sandalwood is here, finally. The demon, in the words of Gol Golathanian, the Master General. Emperor Mur. Scarcely could I recognize him when I had last found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who had conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Haub, proved a little help against the sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Slug Market? Oh, hey guys, you know, I guess I didn't get the word about this new franchise which we opened here just now, so give you a great deal, just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. We got a bark strip we can sell as well, and then we can get some upgrade. The Dash of Stardust, Right Light. Once. That's not too much. That's not a lot at all, actually. Not sure if any of these is the one I want. I could maybe get an increased presence, but that'll take away a lot of my money. I'll stay with what we have, I think. So, be seeing you guys! Let's, use that dust on the, on Jodariel's new thing. 21%. Nice. And then I think it's time to commence the rite.